welcome back. Right,
Today we're under the sea, and you can finally tell what our theme is clearly. So that's super fun, and we're super excited.
Yes.
Yay! So before we get hopping into our, or should I say, diving into our, there's so many water puns out there, honestly.
Yeah.
Before we dive into our craft, I'm going to do a little Devo. So today we're going to be talking about Jonah and the whale. So we thought we'd bring in a, visual representation.
Hello, friend.
So basically the story of Jonah is a hard one, but a good lesson to learn. So Jonah 1:1 starts out. I'll read just a couple verses. It says, "Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and call out against it, for their evil has come up before me. But Jonah rose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare and went on board to go with them to Tarshish, away from the presence of the Lord." So God had commanded Jonah to go to Nineveh, a place where there was a lot of evil and wicked going on in Nineveh. And Jonah was like, heck no, like, I'm outie, like,
I'm Gucci, he said.
He's like, nah, God. And so he did his own thing, went his own way. And while he was on the boat, he got in the water, and a big whale or a big fish, there's conspiracies about what type it was, the whale came and swallowed up Jonah, and he stayed in there for 3 days and 3 nights praying, and the whale actually spit him out into Nineveh, where he was supposed to go. So that's such a good lesson for us to learn and take away of, like, when God is calling us to go somewhere that maybe we don't want to, or telling us to do something that we're, like, uncomfortable with, we have to go. Like, he's God. Like, his plan is so much greater than ours, and he can see beyond what we can see, and he knows what's in front of us and what's in store. And so when we don't trust him, we don't trust his plan, things might not go super well, but when we do, there's always going to be a reward. And the people of Nineveh totally turned away from their evil and their wickedness with the help of Jonah and with the help of God.
All right.
Yeah.
It's a good devotion.
Super fun. Go Jonah.
All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed that devotion. I love that story and haven't heard it in a while, so it was nice to hear, refreshing.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so we're going to go ahead and dive into today's craft, as she said. And today's craft is Ocean in a Jar. I know a lot of you guys have done it with us, especially the younger ones, but the teens have never done this. So, and even if you have done it, it's something that never gets old. So I hope you guys enjoy it again. So everyone should have a plastic jar or container with a lid.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the lid off. We should also have some sand, if you could pass it over.
Yes! We have a lot of sand!
Lots of sand. Some seashells.
And
a sea creature.
A little friend.
And a little pearl.
Alright,
guys, so it's pretty simple. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to scoop some sand into, I'm going to probably just pour it in.
Sure. She does. Yes. They already have bags of sand, so they're like...
Do you think they got about this much, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I measured it all out.
Perfect.
What? There's our beach.
Right. Okay, you guys. And the next thing you would do is you're going to put your seashells, your pearl, basically your heavier items. And I like to leave the fishy for last just because it's more fun, but you can put it in now too if you'd like. I like to put the seashells in now because then you get to arrange them or decorate them the way you would like. For instance, this one has a little hole, so I kind of want that little extraness to show. I'm just going to go ahead and put them as I would like.
This is fun.
It is fun.
I like having the bigger, wider canister so we actually can put our hands in
Yeah,
it.
it's easier. Yeah, they've never had that. I like the way you're turning yours down. I want to leave one of them up and put this little pearl inside of it so it looks like a clam with a pearl. There we go. There she is. And the next step, the fun step, well it's all fun, the water. You would pass it over,
Water,
please?
yeah. Ah! Yeah, I don't like that sound.
I know, it's really disturbing, huh?
So there Are we gonna do food dye in there first and then
Yes.
pour it in?
So
Okay.
you guys should have
You have
a little bit of
cup.
water with some food coloring in that water.
Super dark colors.
It's super dark. So what you're gonna have to do is find a container. Make sure you ask a parent if it's okay to use that container a little bit bigger or about this size. Put water in it, and then you would put your mixture in there. So actually, let me try to demonstrate that.
Yeah.
So would you say it was about this much water?
Yeah, probably a little less. It
Little
was
less?
just like a little dab with
And how
about 3 drops.
Okay. All right, guys. So
Yeah, that's
you
what
should
theirs
have
looks like. Theirs has glitter in that thing too,
Oh, okay.
to save space. So you can demo that too.
I will. Okay. So as Abby was saying, your guys' cups have a little bit of water, a bunch of food coloring, and some glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just repeat that here so you guys can see how it's done using your craft kit.
Mhm.
And like I said, find a container, add water. This is about 3 cups of water, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then we're just gonna pour that in there and dilute it. In other words, like spread it out.
Yeah.
So
And you don't have to dump all of it right away
yeah, I
because
should have waited. It's super dark.
it's really a dark blue. So honestly, now I'm thinking about it, you should probably use about half of what I gave
Yeah.
you.
Or like do it slowly. Or another thing you can
Do
do,
it-
which is
yeah.
what I'm gonna do right now. So since I made it too dark, that's okay. I'm gonna pour only half of it in, and you can pour the other half in.
And then we're gonna use clear water to fill the rest up.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So dilute it till you get that.
So make sure you
Ocean.
get the color you want before you put it in there, because once you put it in there, it's gonna be harder to add more water.
Yeah. Whoa.
And you can just hear that water, and it sounds so satisfying. Making sure I'm getting about half. There.
I like the glitter
There we
specks.
go.
That's so
Thank
fun.
you. This right here is actually an older, I'm gonna be a little fishy. Oh God. An older version of it. There's like a little octopus in there. You might not be able to see. I can't spin it around too much because this lid is not actually sealed all the way, so
Okay.
it would kind of mess it up. So we're gonna take a brief pause and go get some more water. We'll be right back.
Awesome. Yo, I just took a fire selfie.
All right, you guys, we're back with the water, and I brought a little bit extra.
We're
just-
back!
Yes, yeah. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and pour to
Diluting,
dilute.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap.
Still gonna be a little dark.
It's gonna be real dark up in here. Mine looks like,
You want more water?
yeah.
There you go.
So, this looks like the deep, deep pits of the ocean.
All right. So if it does happen where it's too dark for you, like right now, this is too dark for me.
Uh-huh.
Not because I don't like the color. I love all the colors, but I cannot see my seashells. So the way to solve this problem is by actually I'm gonna use the smaller one. You can pour some out. Please use the help of an adult if you're younger. If you're a small one.
Uh-huh. Can you hand me the scoop? Oh, you can do it that way, yeah. Let's see, you could also use the little scooper and scoop out some of the water. And then,
Yeah.
because the more
especially-
you take out and the more you keep adding clear, it's going to keep diluting it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So I'm gonna still dilute mine even more because I brought a whole fresh pitcher of water. So you might want to do the same if you're allowed to, or if you can at home. And just pour as much as I can out because I want it to really resemble an ocean. So now that there's less blue, less food coloring, I'm gonna fill it up with just some plain old water. Oh, stirring up my sand. Go slow.
I was going to say, no, I got a whole tsunami rushing in on your shells.
Yeah.
Nice. Now.
Now you can see a lot better. It looks more like an ocean, kind of like a coral reef. And if you have any little,
Get some water.
oh yeah, water.
What are you doing? Oh, my water.
That little water is from an episode of SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
Yes. So now I'm gonna just stick my little fishy in there. He's not gonna float, but that's okay.
What? You didn't get the floating kind? I'm just kidding. I don't know if
I'm
that
sorry.
exists.
It probably does. Like,
Oh, also,
like
I have a
poems.
whale because I love the story of Jonah and the whale.
nice.
Hey, I have some fun ocean facts.
All right, you guys. So this is basically your little craft.
Ready for my ocean facts?
I'm ready for your ocean fun facts. Please share them.
I wish I memorized them, but I'm sad to say they were not memorized.
That's okay.
But we're all here to learn and grow, and yeah, so here you are. Did you know that our oceans cover more than 70% of Earth's surface? So there's way more water than there is land, which is amazing. And the majority of life on Earth is aquatic. So that's an incredible 94% of Earth's living species, they exist in the ocean. So there's so many types of animals and so many things to find in the ocean.
So basically, you're saying that the majority of Earth's creatures, including humans, land animals, birds, everything. So there's more sea creatures than anything, right?
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
way more.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. So this was it for today's craft. If you have any Orbeez, any other marbles, other glitter,
You can add whatever you want.
anything you want to add to it, go for it. It's your art, like we always say. It's your creation, like we always say. So have fun with it. All right, we'll see you next time.